All right, Colonel Hawkins. So I thought it was Colonel Wagoneer, which was kind of a weird dude. Hawkins was weird too, because he's one of those ranger guys. You know, sometimes when you're a ranger, you have to actually figure out when to turn it off and turn something else on. Right. So there's a lot of tools in the kit bag, so you don't have to always be Ranger Idiot. Sometimes you need Ranger Idiot to get to the other side, but right. So this is the weird part. So I don't know how far my stuff got out there or what the rumors were or anything. Right. I think some military people knew. If he heard about me or he knew because the lieutenant, he's one of the guys the lieutenants tried putting in. But again, back then the deep state wasn't as big as it is now. Right. But they couldn't get him to budge. He wasn't going to move his weight. But he, upperly mobile too. Again, that was a long time ago. I was like, what, 19, probably 89 or not 90, I guess, something like that. Right before, a little bit before Desert Storm, maybe a year. But he's the one that volunteered us to go for Thanksgiving. That's why I was like one of the first people into Saudi Arabia. Like we were like right behind like the U.S. Army advance party. But if he, the funny part is that if he saw any of my stuff, he knew what it was about. Right. So I don't know if if anybody was saying anything, or even if he saw my stuff online, he may have figured it out because they like I didn't think anything. Again, I was asleep, but I guess I had left a good impression with people. The first time I had a hint, really, tell you the truth, when I called back to Fort Riley. I forget what the guy's name they answered, but boy, man, they were just missing me. I didn't realize like I said, I didn't even realize I had an effect on Jay like I did because when, now I know how it works now because I'm awake, I guess, but it's just like, what is he? He's like me. What's going on there? But that's, I mentored him and that's how it works, I guess. Being a non-commissioned officer doesn't mean you step back and just be the big boss. Every so often, you got to show the troops that you can sling it with them. All the weight and everything else, and ruck march and road guard and everything else. That's got to be one of the biggest fitness activities in the U.S. Army. Like what do they call it? Hidden, right? Secret road garden, because if you do it right, if you race, you got to race each other and stuff like that. I was like road garden, like I'm like, to me, I'm not human. I guess to a lot of other people, I'm not either, because how can a heart withstand what I did to it? I mean, we're like in Korea on these monster runs, and we're road guard, and we're racing along during the monster run. I mean, I guess some rangers were like that. I remember the only people I couldn't pass, or there were a couple others either, and I was pacing myself, and I was alone. They were in groups. These guys, they're probably like West Point graduates or OGC. I was in Air Assault School, and they're butter bars, and really thin guys, and they're all tabbed up and everything, and Pathfinder, and I think even the Pathfinder thing was just like a pin or something like that. So they're just getting their next thing, Rangers. They probably going to go Ranger Bat or something. So they took off running. I couldn't keep up with them, but I guarantee the engineer flag was further along than it's ever been. Final road, hump for road march, whatever they call it, thing for Air Assault School. Bunch of grunts behind me. That'll get you hated, Bring the engineer red flag up before the blue flags. Right. I think he was carrying a flag. I can't remember what it was. But whoever was with me was very impressed because they know where the engineers usually end up in that final exercise at Air Assault. But yeah, he would have known. Let me share that again on my X. My shares aren't all working for some reason. If you want to know, like, so Mary Magdalene was a prostitute. I'm not saying that Lexi, whatever her name is, or Lexenberger, or whatever her name is a prostitute and things like that. But again, people like that, God has ways of getting into people's lives. Not to say she's ungodly, not to say she's godly, but she can start doing some charity and stuff like that. So you connect in and you start helping them in their mind, Then you get them to some charity or something. She's actually a very funny person, but it's a little whack. But that's how I used to be. I'm still like that a little bit. I developed that because every time I speak in public like that, I put the deep state in the caca. No, because I know I was like that, and then like one day all of a sudden it showed up on the internet. I'm like, how did this get on the internet? I mean, Hashem may have done it. Hashem thinks stuff like that's funny, But Hawkins, he would have known. He would have known the deal because I know lieutenants tried to get him involved. So he went to. I'm trying to remember I think Lieutenant Chi was the first ID then. Right, he was the first ID. For some reason, I thought he was 101st. And then that bodybuilder guy, Lieutenant, right, from California, surfer dude, he took over the platoon. That's who went to Desert Storm with us. And then Chi was the XO. So Chi, I don't remember what that other guy's name was. Chi was like Silver Bar. Then there's a guy who was a Butter Bar, which was like second platoon. And I think it was another lieutenant. And they're like trying to get Hawkins to act on it. It was a deep state hit. Right. So Hawkins would know what it was about. Well, Hawkins is one of those guys, upwardly mobile. I don't necessarily. He's probably proficient, but maybe he changed over the years. I don't know. Yeah, he got where he was going, and it was over. I guess he changed. Then that other guy came in from Hamburger Hill. I can't remember who he was. That was 101st. That was my last commander at 101st. Came in from the Pentagon. Had insider information for us. That was when we were shifting to unconventional warfare. But that's the funny part. Hawkins would have known what it was about. I guess Eder may have known what it's about because he was he drove for the CO or the first sergeant or something. He became sergeant major in special forces, but he would have been privy to some of the conversations. Yeah, I was surprised to see Eder as special forces, but he was a fit guy. But I didn't see him like Mr. Technically Expert, but he may have been. I don't know. Because his job was in headquarters at the time. He was a ramp at that time, But he got himself out of his rempdom. Right. I guess there was no way to know if he was technically proficient because he was doing a different job. They got McConnell as his wife has got her hand behind his back, and he looks like a puppet, and she's like a ventriloquist.
Live.
Well, I don't know. The metal lawnmower's got a lot of power, but if I had like somewhat level lawn, it would be great. But if I got all these ruts and stuff, it's bouncing all over the way, all over the place, and it goes clank, 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 clank. What's going on here?
He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. You're saying that. What's up? You up on me again. Step back. Step back. I'm on a public road. He's not doing anything. You're saying that. No! No! He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything.
I don't know if it's real or not. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't have a real time for it either. It could have been a year ago, for all I know. Yeah. So this Dr. Maloff guy, Poland, sometimes he stretches the truth, but usually it's the truth. Poland refused to accept Muslim immigrants and refugees. Poland was called Islamophobic. Now they're racist, so again, I'm not 100% in line with Poland, but today Poland is the safest country in Europe. Poland has no rape gangs or a single case of Islamic terrorism. Right. It's just the idea that Black Hawk Down people are here stealing our money, telling us that they're going to run our country. I mean, bullshit. You need to figure out how to take Detroit back, right? And Michigan back. So you know where they got their power from stealing our money, right? So they got their power from. Look, this woman, this is the same woman that would come. I don't. I think Israel could have did a better job of getting the children out of the way. Moving a civil affairs program, right, and then programming the AI to avoid children. Unless absolutely, children around and you have to do it, then you have to do it, right? But she says, I think this is an old video though, but you will find Hamas in every house in Gaza. What can Israel do? Kill them all, right? Of course. Well, she's admitting that it was that was the battlefield, the scenario. Yep, they can't get their country with that kind of shit.
Again and again and again and again and again and again. No, they're not terrorists.
You know what? They wear the hijab and all that. I've been around religious types that wear this kind of stuff. They wear all this, but they're just the regular old. They're nobodies. They act like holier than thou because they wear something. Right. It's just like the Christians are when they go to church. Well, we're church members. Yeah, okay. What's your next scam? Well, just no way to give people like that a government. It's just, I mean, you got to get past it again. There's certain benchmarks you got to have to meet before you get a government. For all the failures of Jewish governments, past, present, or future, they're not these people, and were never these people until again they are now something. But the Cro-Magnon Jewish settler, hug, hug, out of my face, hug. It's just, it's just like, I mean, you know how low IQ they are. Do you realize how bad that looks for Israel? Yeah, there were some good Palestinians. We lost the initiative. I think some people wanted to lose the initiative. Like, you got to work things psychologically. I work you all day psychologically. You don't even know it. I'm out there in the air. Oh, that's Satan. Satan is the power of the air. Okay, I'll be Satan if you want me to. Just be careful what you say on this planet. Because you have power. If you want to be Satan, it'll make me Satan. I won't be Satan, but I'll appear as Satan around you. Okay, so all the issues that we see in Islam existed somewhat in Christianity over the years. I mean, just this is the way to really look at things, to be honest. But again, even though there's pedophilia in the church, it's not a commonly accepted thing. So you have to get your people to stop your people from talking about that. Right. That's number one. Number two, the Sharia law takeover of the United States is going to seal their fate. Any American that still supports them is just like a shitty communist. It's just like the worst thing in the world because they have so much support, the terrorists at this point. Right? Well, because it's not real support. These people don't run anything except their mouth. Okay, you're safe in New York City. Okay. Go to New York City as a terrorist and you're safe. Big deal. This woman's got to be laughing. The woman that's yelled into the sky, she's everywhere in AI. I got rid of my CapCut because it doesn't work on videos. Right. You have to share these where trans people and gay people are being beat up by Islamic people globally. Right. So they understand what the ramifications are. Got a good video of the before and after Trump in D.C. Partially, probably only partially true.
Pathetic. You stupid dog! What is wrong with you?
Gotta be AI.
Stupid dog! Good morning. Does that really work? It's really good. Good morning.
You know, those auditors are a public nuisance. They're not there to just film. They're there to get somebody to react to their filming. Well, that's it. Said my piece. Stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.